if Ron Sanchez does not work out as the interim and they don't win enough, I think he's got to get to the tournament, right? Like at least has to get to the tournament, has to be competitive in the top third of the ACC to be able to keep this job. And Sanchez was Tony Bennett's right-hand man at Washington State, at Virginia, went to Charlotte, was solid at Charlotte and then came back, just came back recently. Do you have another name? Do you have somebody, a name that's been thrown out like Ryan Odom is one name that makes some sense. He's at VCU, obviously. On BC, he beat Virginia. Right. So that's a name that if VCU wins the A10 like they're expected to do, he could be in the mix. Do you have another name for somebody that like fits? Because Virginia's a job you have to fit personality.
What about Bob Ritchie, Furman?
Yep, it's a good name.
I mean, he beat him too, but
good name.
I just think the job he's done at Furman, they've won NCAA tournament game. Yeah, I would. I don't know. Like, can Virginia pick off a high major coach? Like, I guess
I have a great name. I have a great name that I'm not sure it's been mentioned. All right, it was thrown at me by somebody just recently. I'm not going to say who, but it's intriguing. Do you know who graduated from Virginia in 1992?
Did he play basketball there?
She did.
Oh, who?
Don Staley.
Oh, wow. That would be definitely very interesting.
Right?
I mean, she's won at the highest level in her sport.
If there's a woman who I think could coach men's basketball and break that barrier in college, and I'm not sure it would happen. I have no idea. Again, I'm throwing it out there because I thought it was highly intriguing. And the first woman's name that I've heard that I was like, you know what?
No,
if there's somebody that could do it, Rob. If there's one person that could do it, it would be Don Staley.
My only question for her would be: you've built South Carolina into a juggernaut. Like, do you really want to leave that? But if she's looking for a new challenge, absolutely.
It's your alma mater. I
get that.
It's your alma mater, and you can break a barrier.
Yeah,
I just think she's so well respected as a player, as a coach. That would be. I don't know. That would be highly.
No, I don't dislike that. I think that would be really interesting and would.
How hard? Okay, so I don't know how honest you can be with this, but I'm going to ask you, like, as a player, how hard it would be, how different it would be to have a woman.
I think as long as she knew her stuff, which clearly she does, it would not be a problem. Yeah. I don't think it would be an issue at all.
And we're starting in the NBA, not as head coaches, but there's a ton of women.
No, yeah. I mean, look at Becky Hammonds, and like, there's been plenty of women assistant coaches there. What do you think about Bucky McMillan?
He won't come all the way. Like, I think he's more of a South Carolina, Tennessee. Like, I don't know if he comes all the way up to Virginia. I don't know. But Bucky Ball's entertaining.
No, I just think it's different. Like, they play with crazy pace, they press. Like, it would be the anti-Tony Bennett. It would be totally different. But it would give you kind of a niche in a league where you probably have to be different to beat the Carolinas and the Dukes. Now, is it a good idea to take the most athletic teams and talented teams in your league and play them to a crazy up and down game? Probably not. That's probably not. Like, Tony was negating that, right? Like, he was saying, we can't run with these guys because of who they are. No, who can, right? Like, they have the best players. So, yeah, what about I like the Dawn Staley thing. I think that's...
Isn't that? I mean,
no, I do.
Name. I have not heard her name by...
Yeah, what do you think of, like, from a high major... Because we've mentioned, Bob Ritchie, Bucky McMillan are mid-major coaches who have had success at their schools. But is there a high major candidate that you can think of that would be, I don't even know, Andy Enfield went from USC to SMU, like that type of move where it's like more of a, not that SMU is a lateral move from USC, it's definitely a step down, but is there a lateral play where you could see somebody just resetting the clock, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I'm sure there is, because Virginia is still a coveted job.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because it's in the ACC, because they've had success. Because, again, I just feel like it's one of those where you have to bring in somebody, a high character person.
Well, the academics there, too, are insane. Like, Virginia is no joke.